Okay, my fellow human being, good afternoon, good evening, for the good of this morning, good day, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What I want to do today is, anytime you listen to my program, you always get one big reason to say, okay, if I'm not listening to him in the future, I'm losing out. That's how I want you to feel. I want you to feel that pain or say, okay, I did not pick up on what he's talking about today and I thought I'm losing out. So I want to say that Nigeria, for example, is in is locked into where the information you are getting in Nigeria can be blocked by Nigeria government, where nothing will come into the Nigerian airspace, cyber-wise. And you hear that when Buhari wanted to even shut down what they call on Twitter. He can do that. Just like they could shut Nigeria out of the American airspace. So most of the information you are getting in Nigeria here are inside the Nigerian airspace. You have to be able to go into places like Quora, Quest, Reddit, stuff like that, to be able to get what you call, or go into what you call, have subscription to New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Barnum, and all this international BBC and all that, which costs a lot of money. Okay, having said that, the point I'm trying to make there is pretty straightforward. It's as straightforward as saying that there's one thing I want you to pick up in this broadcast, is that in the airspace called America, I was locked into the system, and my qualification for this, asked me anything that I said I was going to put together, which is going to form of like a podcast. Ask me anything. It's as a result of the fact that I was not only able to pick up 3 tertiary certificates, 3 tertiary degrees in America, but I also picked up, I was the consumer of information through radio program, talk host radio, not television. I didn't watch the TV. And I had access to what you call the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, Barron, Financial Weekly. I was paying so much money to get all this information together that I feel that I'm well informed. That's the point I'm trying to make for the past couple of days. A lot of people they're not picking up on it because they think it's well informed and stuff like that. Okay, having said what I just said now, let me say that what I want you to really gain today is the issue of my qualification, which is ask me anything. And that ask me anything goes to a area of where I want to let you know that there are people who are the movers and the shakers that I was listening to inside the American airspace, which is like Dr. Schlesinger, Adbell, Mike Savage, Rush Limbaugh, Laura Ingraham, Bill O'Reilly, Greenberg, just to mention 1 or 2 or 3 of them. As a matter of fact, I quickly consulted with AI and pulled more information from like QUAN, or 4 charm or 8 cum. So those are all, some of them are conspiracy theory. But these people I'm talking about now are the one that, I mean, for example, Rush Limbaugh was making $300 million a year, which means every day he's on the radio, he makes $1 million. That's 360. So 60 days, he doesn't work 54 weeks in a year. So the other 60 days that he's late now. So I will say what I just told you guys now. That's my qualification, and I'm giving you this information that you will never know about. And that's all you need to know today, is that Nigerian airspace can be blocked. Buhari did it because they were questioning him, and he blocked Twitter at one point in time. Y'all know that Trump got blocked from Facebook. Trump got blocked from Twitter until he went to go and start his through social media. Let me go to another area that I want to be able to talk about, is the Putin thing. Putin has just started again. And what he did was that he's calling South Africa president, and he's calling Indian president, because we know that South Africa has been in the crosshair of the Americans for a while now. And India just got into their SHIRT list yesterday by 50 subsidy that he put. So he just put on top of them. So if Putin is that unpredictable with Trump, how this call is making to South Africa and updating them with Ukraine, because Ukraine believe that India is on a non-aligned nation. South Africa is on a non-aligned. And there's a trust issue there going on. Let me say a word or two about Sanusi. Sanusi has just revealed that his time in office, maybe as central bank governor, was that bad. That it was so ugly for him that he now feel that if you read economy, if you're an economist, you should be able to know that Nigeria is in the toilet because of the inflation, the currency devaluation, to the point where he said, even in the second article, that he doesn't believe that any of our leadership has character, courage, or conscience. They don't know what they are doing. They are just running the country down to the tube. So that was Sanusi speaking. I'm going to spend 2 or 3 minutes campaigning for Obi, because, like I said yesterday, I sent somebody a link to my book, but I put in there, I said, my theme of my book is that if my book is read in the tertiary institution and the secondary institution, then for 4 years that Obi has promised that he's going to be able to make a difference, I can make a difference in that same 4 years if my book is read. That's how confident I am in the book that I just wrote, because what he's saying is that if every Nigerian does their core competence, then on the long run, we will be in a better position, because what we are lacking is these talk heads, these hard heads. Like, people know the Shuwari issue, where the police is a hardhead and the Suarez is a hardhead, and I thought they forgot about the fact that they are dealing with 250 million people who are hungry, who are in the toilet out there. So I'm campaigning for Obi because even Obi himself went to the point where he was talking about his brother's house being, the brother's business being demolished. So I'm going to wrap everything up by saying that this is where I'm going to end up. I'm going to end up where I'm going to have what you call a Senate of Ask Me Anything, in form of what you call that Ask Me Anything, and that's going to come across as something to wet the ground, where on the long run we are able to move things to the point where it will reach a plateau where things will now start breaking out. Like, for example, the plateau that allowed Obama to come into office was the fact that things were ripe enough to the point where the voters start saying, okay, a black man needs to be given an opportunity, but the black man cannot just be any kind of black man or black woman. They have to have what you call some, like, for example, they were even gossip that we know how the role that Obama's mother played, or the uncle played, or his going abroad to go and stay abroad, where he was with his mother in Singapore. Those things played a role in his building of his character, because he was looking at America from outside in. And when he came in, going to school, his wife contributed to whatever later made him to become a president. That's what I'm working. I'm working to work the system to the point where I will be able to say, okay, I've worked the ground enough. That's where I'm working on. It's an embodiment of just about anything. Let me stop there by saying that my book, I am not frustrated by the fact that my book is not, people are not just picking up all here, because I did visit what you call Quora, Quuuara Quest. And I also visited REDDIT. We in Nigeria should be able to have what you call a platform like that developed from Nigeria on what you call voice for the voiceless. Because at this point in time, I'm ashamed of one thing. You keep hearing where the elites in Nigeria are using what you call a verifiable X, verifiable Facebook. They are paying for it, and they are elites. If this is $9 a month, $9 means they are paying almost $35,000 a year to be said they are verifiable. And I am ashamed, because anytime I see that word verifiable, and I almost want to poop. I feel really bad. So I'm going to stop here and say that my book is still hot on the shelf, and it's still out there on https://seller.com/01335127113. And I'm still on azimikoko5@gmail.com, and my phone number is 2347033627981. My name is Okesoba Idada. I want to thank you for your support. Bye-bye.